Hi, I'm Heather. I'm a partner at Carter Law Group, and today we're talking about the difference between sexual harassment and sexual assault. The differences between sexual assault and sexual harassment sound like it would be easy to identify. Legally, that's not always the case, right? Sexual harassment can be anything from making inappropriate remarks about somebody's body, making sexual comments, proposing, quid pro quo agreements, things like that, right? So, sexual advances. Sexual harassment can basically be anything verbal, right? You can make comments to or about someone or around someone, even if you're not making a comment about the person you're talking to. It can still be sexual harassment if you're making sexually charged innuendos, even if it's about somebody else, okay? Sexual assault involves some form of touching, right? So if somebody comes on to you and makes a sexual advance but also touches you inappropriately, then that can tip the line over into sexual assault, right? And it can range all the way up to full-blown sexual violence, okay? These things can obviously happen while you're at work. It can happen from coworkers, from employers, from supervisors, from if you work at a place that allows, invitees, allows the public, to come in. It can happen from a third party, right? You can get sexually assaulted on your workplace premises. The question of legally, when does sexual harassment tip the line into sexual assault, or is a case based on sexual harassment or based in sexual assault is much more complicated, and it's kind of a gray area and a moving target depending on the facts of your specific case. So what I would say is this: to people who are wondering, if their loved ones have a case of sexual harassment or sexual assault, or to victims of sexual harassment or sexual assault, the best thing to do is just call us, call somebody and ask, call a lawyer and ask. The facts of your case are really, really important. The details of your case are really, really important to determining what your next steps are. The biggest issue in that sexual harassment versus sexual assault kind of determination is the deadlines that we have. So if you have a true sexual harassment case, those things have to be brought most of the time under the Texas Workforce Commission, the TWC, or the Equal Employment Opportunity Commission, the EEOC. And those have really strict deadlines, normally about 300 days, okay? And so it's 300 days from the last date of the harassment or the assault. And that comes up pretty quick. And sometimes it comes up quicker than people are ready to talk about their experiences. And that's totally understandable, but this is kind of one of those things I talked about earlier, is that kind of our laws are not set up yet to be really appreciative of these special facts and circumstances surrounding victims of sexual assault and sexual violence. It's getting a little bit better. There's been movements over the past couple of years, starting with the Me Too movement and stuff like that, in different states, pushing out the statute of limitations for things like sexual assault, rape, stuff like that. Those things need to happen, but not everything is caught up yet. So I say all that to say, if you don't know, right, if you have a sexual harassment case or a sexual assault case, the best thing to do under either situation is just call, right? Your attorneys, your lawyers will help make that determination of the best legal course of action, because that's what we're for, right? We're your advocates, so we'll do the best thing we can for your individual circumstances. There aren't really hard and fast rules as to a lot of this stuff, and so I'll probably sound like a broken record on any of these videos by saying the easiest answer is just to call and talk to somebody. It's always free, for a consultation, just to call and ask. So when you're ready, just reach out.